How's it going, guys? Today I'm showcasing a Haos Pyrus deck that utilizes Haos Pegatrix, Pyrus Serpentes, and Aurelus Hydronoid Ultra, and carries with it 3 normal fists and 3 flaming fists. I like this setup because I think that 3 of any core type is the least amount that you should have, especially when you're going for core effects such as Hydronoid Ultras, which will give you 1450B on the first turn if you land on a Flaming Fist. But I'll get into why that's so good in a second. Anyway, let's just get right to the deck profile. I'm going to sweep these to the side. First off, I play 3 Quickfire. Rerolling is really important for this deck. When it comes to proccing Dan multiple times, proccing Serpentes' Evo multiple times, or if you miss, which I admittedly do quite often. For the same reason, we also play 3 Super Fuel. Super Fuel is really good. I like to drop on turn 2 because if you hit that reroll on turn 2, you can bring out Dan or an Evo also on turn 2, and that just really outclasses a lot of things that other decks bring. I only play 6 rerolls, mostly just because Haos doesn't have any good rerolls. If it did have a good reroll card, I'd be playing 3 of that as well. Just throwing that out there. Next, for B-Power boosters, we've got 3 Holy Flame. This deck carries fists, and Holy Flame just is an obvious choice for any fist deck, as it's the best 1-cost B-Power booster. So we'll play 3 of that. Next, we play 3 Lights Courage. You're usually going to have Domination because, as I said earlier, you roll Aurelus Hydronoid out turn 1, and he's extremely hard to beat at a whopping 1450B before you play any cards. So usually you could just take turn 1 and get Lights Courage's plus 800 Domination effect really easily for turn 2. I also play 3 of Haos's second best B-Power booster, Energy Draw. I mostly just play this because I want to see quite a lot of B-Power boosters, especially late game when their B-Power alone is not going to cut it at a certain point. Next, for sort of more draw power, I play 3 Sky's Hymn. Sky's Hymn is really good under Domination. It lets you dig for 1-ofs. It lets you combo in tandem with Dan, just to dig for any cards that you might happen to need at that specific time. And for 1-ofs, I play 1 Hot Potato. It's really good if you don't already have Domination, helps bring that out faster. It's also good for removing enemy Bakugan's cores and taking away their core effects. In a similar vein, I play 1 Inferno Wings. It's just Hot Potato but better. I'll usually play this when the opponent is gearing up for a team attack or is 1 Bakugan away from it. And 1 Might of Syndius. I play this just because it is capable of stealing a couple of turn wins. Usually your Bakugan are going to have 5 or 6 damage on their own, which is pretty decent. So you just throw this in there just to edge it out if you can't win from B-Power alone. And I play 2 Evo Destroyers. 1 Wayne. This card is incredible at taking down Fury decks or any sort of deck that is heavily reliant on Evos. If I had more than one of this, I would definitely replace the Might of Cindius with a second copy of Wayne. That's just how good I think it is. Also, one Wax. This is really, really good for late game. But to be honest, this deck doesn't really need to have 6 energy out on the field. So I'll usually play it in combination with a Super Fuel, or I'll proc it off of Dan. And that is it for the action cards. I'm going to throw these to the side now. Get into flip cards. I play 2 Stand Together, 2 Block Outsiders, and 1 Halt Outsiders. To be honest, these cards are pretty interchangeable from each other. I just like this ratio though because it's got a good mix. Sometimes you won't have domination and you won't want to pay the 4 for Stand Together, so you've got the three cost flips in here, and other times you can proc the Stand Together and pay it for free really easily, say in like the early game. Next up for heroes, I play 3 Shargo Ronin. Oh, let me center that. So Shargo Ronin is extremely good. I will usually play this on turn 1 because it'll bring up the Aurelus Hydronoid to 1550 as if 1450 wasn't enough. And its effect also stacks if you play reroll cards. And just the fact that it's a 1 cost and can stack up B power, it's just got a really good value to it. And an obvious 3 Dan Kuzo. This guy's pretty self-explanatory. He just gives you free value from the minute that he hits the field. So there's that. And lastly for Evos, I play 3 Titan Pegatrix and 3 Hyper Serpentes. These guys are just really good to see at least one of all the time, but when Age of Aurelus comes out, I'm probably going to cut 1 copy of each of these and add in 2 of the Hydronoids Evo. But for now, these guys are really good to see in, say, your opening hand. Bring them out early off of Super Fuel, or just keep them in there and energize your duplicate copies. And that's it for the deck profile. Go ahead and leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and if you want to see more. I believe I do have more deck profiles coming right away very soon on this channel, and also in a week's time we're going to have the Age of Aurelus pre-release event, and I'll have some coverage of that as well. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.